talk about Lomachenko. Is reportedly close to finalizing a deal with George Kambosos to take place in April 13th or April 14th in Australia. So yeah, in Australia, man, it is April 13th or 14th for the Devin Haney's IBF title. So it seemed like either Haney is going to relinquish his title or they're going to strip Devin Haney. Now Haney is saying he can come back down to 35 and beat and fight Gervonta Davis. That's the only fight that's worthy of him coming back down to weight. We know Tank ain't taking that fight, even with Devin being compromised going to 40-35. They got other plans for Tank Davis, and we all know that. So, yeah, that's what it is on that aspect of it. As I pick out my beard, because I don't get a chance to do that on the inside. But yeah, let's talk about it, man. And it was reported that Lomachenko wanted to fight for a title real soon, and Shakur Stevenson went on social media, retweeted it, and said, "Well, I have a world title. I have a world title." And for the most part, I think the plan might be for Lomachenko to get a title, and then maybe unify with Shakur Stevenson. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to get Williams to pay the title in his hand. Tank probably gonna get elevated to real champion status, Super WA champion status. Then that's gonna be what it is. But we knew this fight was in the works. Lomachenko, came off a really tough loss to Devin Haney. Some people say he won. Some people say he didn't win. He was willing to run it back with Devin Haney, but not willing to fight Shakur for the vacant WBC title. A lot of people that turn around and call other fighters ducks ain't had nothing to say about it. It was a blatant duck. And maybe, these dudes that didn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson that passed up opportunity, you probably would have caught him on a bad night. You probably would have been able to beat him. But I think the plan is, for him to unify with Shakur Stevenson. You got to remember, too, Shakur Stevenson only got one more fight left with Top Rank. So that's something to chew on as well, too. He got one more fight left in Top Rank. So, well, who knows what's going to happen after that. And he got the WBC belt. And if Devin is going to get stripped or relinquish some of those titles, it's going to get steep out there, real quick at 135 pounds. But nonetheless, man, as far as the matchup, I know Kambosos was telling people at the Devin Haney fight that that's the fight him and his father wanted. Well, him and his trainer, his father passed, or his grandfather passed. I think him and his father wanted to target was the Lomachenko fight, bring him to Australia. It's a good fight. I think he really don't have a chance in this fight unless Lomachenko then physically fell off a cliff. But they feel pretty confident that they could beat Lomachenko. They see some chinks in his armor. It's a straight fight. Is it as big as Devin Haney going over there? Absolutely not. Will it be as big as Shakur fight Lomachenko? Absolutely not. But it's a fight. It's a fight. So next year you have better BF coming back sometime at the end of January. Got Tank allegedly fight Isaac Cruz again in January. Who else do you got out there? So you got some fights coming. Earl Spence Crawford. So you got Keith Thurman stay on this. I heard that's done. So yeah, you got some things. You got some things that's coming through the pipeline. So But yeah, nonetheless, man, I think, it's cool. It's a cool fight. It's going down in April, so apparently he needs some more time. He last fought Devin Haney. When did they fight, in June? Did they fight in like June? I want to say they fought in June. I'm trying to just think in my head when did him and Devin Haney fight. I want to say it was in June. It might have been, if he fought in June, then Lomachenko must coming back a year later. I don't understand. As old as he is, man, him and Kambosos, and probably had to get the money together, the finances, the event. He should be taking another fight. This is why dudes fall off a cliff. They don't stay training. He should have been back, shit, by December, just like Devin Haney if they fought in June. He should have been back by December. But that ain't the case. That ain't the case. So, now, I really don't really know that, whatever, but he should have been back in December. I mean, in December, January, maybe February at the latest. He coming back, shit, 3 months before it'll be a full year. But, I'm pretty sure the government put some money together. So he traveling over to Australia, and we'll see what happened. But could have fought Shakur Stevenson, for a vacant title. But he fought Kambosos. There's probably more money than fighting Shakur Stevenson, for, Formula One weekend. It's probably more money. Thursday, more money fighting George Kambosos, and I get a title, get it in his mind, probably an easy title, a fight that I'm probably for sure gonna win, and then I can, then go from there. I think he'd probably prefer to go after Tank Davis, and then he probably look at Shakur Stevenson, but Shakur probably gonna satisfy his last fight by then. I know he said he wanted to take some additional time off. He was sparring, and he had a lot of excuses. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was sick and my shoulder was hurting. I sparred too much. I stayed in the gym since April. I need to take some time off. And yeah, you make the adjustments. As you get older, you start to learn that your body does have limitations. Your body starts to break down food differently and process food a lot differently than it used to. So he figuring that out. So, take some time off, get some rest, don't get too out of shape. I still think he's the best fighter at 135 pounds. I mean, a performance in which he was reluctant to throw his left hand told me everything I need to know. So, but is Lomachenko gonna get in the ring with him? Damn sure probably not if he don't re-sign with Top Rank. So, I mean, you only can beat who they put in front of you. You can call these guys bees. You can pull up on them. You can pull down on them. You can do a lot of different things to them. You know what I'm saying? But you can't drag these dudes to the ring. So, I know it's heartbreaking. He gonna fight Kambosos and he could have fought you, but money talks and bullshit walks. Shakur Stevenson, Kambosos didn't want nothing to do with Shakur Stevenson either, especially after going through what he went through with Devin Haney. So, then, once you build your clout up in boxing and you become the man with the plan, you become the man with the belts, everybody want to say you ducking them now. The very same guys who went left knowing you was right, now they want to fight you, now they want to come at you because now you worth the risk. That's the thing about boxing, being worth the risk. A lot of these dudes come out, you're fortunate enough you come out the Olympics and get the support Oscar De La Hoya got, Sugar Ray Leonard got. That's why getting the gold medal and being loved, and people watch you grow up in the Olympics in boxing was so important because it was an easy real big road to superstardom. Especially when they was in the Olympics fight without headgear, when people could see who they really was. That's why it was so important. That's why people took the risk of getting robbed. That's why people didn't, they didn't turn professional. They tried to get a gold medal because it meant that you was going to be worth more turning pro. And you was going to have a fan base that was behind you. A lot of them dudes jumped the ship from the Olympics with a lot of the shady stuff going on. And that's why they canceled Olympic boxing. They jumped the shady shit and then they went straight to the pros and get the money. But the gold medal equal money. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's a fight that I look forward to. I mean, we already know what's going to happen unless Lomachenko physically fall off. I think Kambosos is really going to have to utilize his jab a lot. Lomachenko going to see that he struggled with the perpetual movement. Devin Haney, they going to see that, and they going to try to move and, whatever. I find it funny they put so much, they put so much stock in Lomachenko, man, and it don't seem like they getting their bang for their buck. You know what I'm saying? They done more for him than damn near seem like most people in the sport of boxing become a superstar, and he ain't even became an all-star yet. That motherfucker ain't got a Pro Bowl vote. You know what I'm saying? They lied about his record on numerous occasions. You know what I'm saying? They did a lot to deter people away from, to get people behind him. Not deter, but get people behind him. And it just ain't work. He ain't no superstar over here. I think Eddie Hearn said when he fought Luke Campbell in the UK, they lost money. So, you'll hear, Bob talk about how he lost so much money on Terrence Crawford, but won't talk about how he lost a cent on Lomachenko. It's wild. This is why dudes like, Shakur Stevenson, they use Top Rank as a counterpart. And then when they get an opportunity, they bounce. Because I'm your best fighter. You should be feeding me Lomachenko. You should be feeding me George Kambosos. I should be getting them paydays, and I don't feel like you doing everything in your power to do so. Especially if they forcing, Shakur Stevenson to do things that he don't want to necessarily do. So, I mean, nobody's going to make videos really calling Lomachenko a duck. The pro-black box community going to give why Jesus a pass mine. I love me some why Jesus said Nate mine. They going to give him a pass, but, let Terrence Crawford say, boots ain't on my path. Then, they going to get on his helmet and all that stuff. So, we know how the game go and the games they play. But, hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere from Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Check out the Boxing News playlist for more videos like this. Peace.